So we want to tell you, okay, that these people that you're attacking are crazy. There's no way that you can try to kill somebody and take their things and live with them. You got to do something has to be wrong with you. Okay, there's something really has to be wrong with you. What are you? Who are you? How would you ever be saying that you would try to steal somebody's identity and live with them? You can't possibly be sane. There's anybody that does that. You have to be stark, raving stone and saying the Nazis were crazy. Okay, so we told you the Nazis made other things. I've seen the population of everybody knows that those children are Nazis. And they went every other place to try to do those things. We cut off certain passages, you know. You could used to take a bus to Israel. You can't do it now. Or ferry from different locations. You can't do that now. And you could take buses to Persia. You can't do that now because we had to cut off certain routes. We're trying to get to places that we know that they all look the same. They're not the people of the places that they say they are. You know, the Nazis couldn't get into the Middle East. When they got to Egypt, you know, Mussolini ran out because he's embalmed. They embalmed the people. They couldn't eat or drink, the Nazis. And, you know, they said do it again. For the simple fact that they shouldn't have been trying to take people's things, you know, and killing people. And they thought that I would never, ever say that. My husband said they thought you wouldn't tell, but I'm going to tell because, you know, they don't want people coming trying to hurt us and take our things. You know, the Egyptians are not to be abhorred by us, and their Ishmael was a brother. And so basically that's it. Brother Isaac. And so the Ishmaelians are Jewish. And everybody has their own things. Now, we're going to talk real quickly about something, because I made notes, but, you know, I don't have much time on it today. Yesterday, when we were trying to post to you about our beautiful kingdom, we know we're the only ones that have ever been able to say that. Our kingdom lasts forever, never destroyed, never. So people, we had trouble trying to publish it. Everybody kept trying to interfere. We know that it hit a lot of people in the chest. We know that we're the only kingdom that will stand and never fall, and will be for all eternity. And we live for eternity. That's the promise from our God. We know we're God. We're God. It's ours. We win. It's ours, and nobody else is going to have that but us. That's why you understand all of our family put us in line of succession so that people would make it. That's why. And all people try to hurt us all, they go away. And no Nazi regime will ever be again, and none of the other fallen things will ever be again. That's why the Americans fell. All the people fell because they were bad. That's why they fall. You're bad. Nobody tried to hurt us, so it will be. No Nazi regime will ever be again. Not ever. But they could hurt us like that? There's no way that that would ever be. Do you see what I'm saying? There's no way that would ever be. There's no way that any Nazi would ever be again. You know, they're cursed. They're Obadiah for what they did to Jews. We're Jews. My beloved people to beat us, and the rest of our love for our family, and our beloved kids people were Jews. So we know as little kids before I was kidnapped, before the sting, that we're the only ones who ever say that we will never ever fall. Our kingdom will last forever, never be destroyed. It's a promise of God. We last for all eternity. Plus, God gave us everlasting life connected to that. We live for eternity. We're blessed. We have everything, no matter what anybody says. And all our blessings come from our God Almighty heaven above. So I just wanted to tell you that. We mentioned Egyptians. They'll be restored to a certain point. They make two. They get restored, but not like where they were before. We understand because they're our brothers and because they did something good. Like, for instance, when you know, the bad Pharaoh came, but other things happened. You know, that was just a bad Pharaoh. But Daniel and Moses, and some Egyptians came out with Moses, and other things. They saw all the beautiful, wonderful things that God did. And everybody in Egypt knows about Moses. Now, King Eric of Egypt is our blood cousin, and his father, blood uncle, our blood uncle, his birth father, King Farouk, adopted me and made me his daughter. You know, he died later after. Then was my husband. I saw him when he was running. He came to France, to our parents, and we saw. You know, but just the record books say different on the internet because it's really not anybody's business. They try to steal. You see how many people try to steal, right? And so basically he's our blood cousin, and his father adopted me his daughter, so my husband became a son-in-law. We know that, and so we know that they have a blessing. Ishmael, for one, that's what I'm saying. Isaac and Ishmael were brothers. And so we know that we understand what our Torah says. They get restored, but not like they were, but, you know, enough. That it'll be pleasant for them. And plus what they did to the Nazis, you know, because they're our brothers. They're not to be abhorred. I just want to say that to you. Now, no, my birth mother, my grandfather, Aga Khan III, our grandfather, my birth mother's father, Aga Khan III of Persia. His wife, my grandmother was a royal Egyptian Jew, dark but not black, and really beautiful. Saw a picture of her. And he's buried in Egypt. And so we don't marry outside of our family. We just want to tell you that. And so she was my dad's second wife, Bern Eli von Rothschild Melik. He was also the Sultan of Turkey, the Tsar of Russia, the King of Israel, Maharaja of India. And that's how we got things. My husband's father, a King of Israel, also. The two families are together and together for eternity, and nobody ever split us apart. We're family. We're Judah. We're beautiful. I just want to say to you two now. The other day at the hostel, we'll talk about that in just a minute.